is your name and where are you from?
My name is Sarah and I'm from Denmark. We're here for 10 days, so it's a bit smaller journey than I'm used to, but it's really nice just to see something completely else than where I'm from.
Yeah. Wow, so are you going to stay in Tokyo or do you have any plans outside of Tokyo?
Well, we plan to just take a one-day trip somewhere this week, but we're not sure where yet, but probably just to go see Mount Fuji somewhere. Otherwise, we don't really know yet. Because it's just 10 days, we've just decided to just stay here and, see the city instead.
Okay. Maybe you have to kind of like talk on your boyfriend's behalf, but why is it that he chose Tokyo specifically from all the cities that you possibly could have gone to?
Well, I think he's heard quite a bit of it, and he's listened to a lot of podcasts actually about Tokyo. So it's I think that's why he was kind of intrigued by the idea of it, and just decided instead that it was a bit more interesting than any other places to go right now. Yeah.
What are the things that you're really looking forward to doing whilst you're in Tokyo/Japan?
I think just like learning a bit about the culture and how they do everything differently here. I think it's very interesting to see how it's very effective in many ways, and like also the trains and buses and everything, how they kind of do that, and just learning a bit more about the Japanese people. I think it's very intriguing. Yeah.
Do you feel like Japanese people are kind of different to the people from your country?
Oh, very much. Yeah. Even just like reading a bit about the rules before coming down here, just like finding out how do we respect the culture and don't like bug anyone and do it right, I think was very important, and it's very different than what we would do at home, but also very exciting. I think there's a different respect in regards to each other. I think that's I think that's really nice. Yeah.
Have you seen any examples of that, just sort of like walking around the streets or on your journey here?
Absolutely. I think just like when walking and like which side of the road, and really being like aware of the people around you, and I think just being more very nice to each other. I think that's really cool, and also like respecting each other's private life. I think like people are not as much like eye contact, but really just in their own busy lives, which I also respect. But it's it's really cool to see. Yeah.
All right. Well, those were some lovely answers. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful time exploring Japan.
Thank you.
That was good. So thank you very much for being on my channel today. Would you mind telling me your names and where you're from and how long you're staying here?
Okay, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Brian.
From Chile.
Chile!
Yay! Far away.
Very far. How long did it take?
We took a plane to Sydney, 14 hours, and then from Tokyo it's like around 10
more,
hours.
yeah. We stopped in Singapore, but it's 24 hours to get here in the plane.
Wow.
Yeah, and the time's difference is like 13 hours from Chile.
Wow.
Yeah.
So completely opposite.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, so why did you decide to take this long trip all the way to Japan?
Okay.
Okay. We wanted to go here for our honeymoon last year, but it was closed, and so this was the year to go. It's so different, everything.
Yeah.
So the culture is different from the West, but at the same time so interesting. So we really wanted to take, feel the flavor of a different place and country.
Yeah, so we're planning for a long time to come here, so I'm glad we're here, very happy.
How long are you staying?
12 days, almost 2 weeks,
Okay. Before I ask you about what you plan to do, I'd like to know about in Chile, do you have much exposure to Japanese culture, Japanese foods? How did you know about Japan?
I can say about food because in Chile we have a lot of sushi, but the sushi it's not the same as here in Japan. I think it's more like from the US culture, so we have some very rolls, but we have many sushi places there.
Yeah, it's popular in the country, and also when we were kids, the Japanese cartoons, the anime, we grew up watching them, and at least for me and many Chileans, I think they are important, and you get to see how is Japan in a cartoon, and then you want to see how it is in reality.
Yeah, And also, I mean, not in Chile, but in Brazil and Peru, we have a big Japanese community. So we have also like the influence from Japan in South America. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was a child, maybe about 10 years old, when I went to Chile, all my cousins and I, we were watching, that's when I started to watch Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Dragon Ball and all those, this is the place to be if you want to see them again.
Okay, so what is your itinerary for your 12 days here?
Okay, so first we went to Osaka for 3 days. Then we went to a day trip to Nara and another one to Imeji Castle. Yeah, we stopped by a Universal at Osaka. We went to the Nintendo. And then Kyoto, 3 days. And now here at Tokyo.
Lovely.
Yeah, and we took a
day trip to Nikko.
Yeah.
Nikko?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, okay.
Yeah.
And what was your favourite?
I must say I very enjoy going to Nikko. It's a very special place, yeah. In the woods and all the shrine, yeah. And for you?
I think Himeji was very special. It's a quick stop just to see the castle, the gardens, and back. I think it's worth it. Most people don't do it. I think it's worth it because Kyoto is amazing, but you don't see something as big as the Himeji Castle somewhere else.
Very nice, okay. And how long have you been here so far?
Well,
7 days, 8 days?
So it's 12 days and we have 3 remaining, so it's 9 days.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something very surprising that you've seen so far?
For me, everything is so clean. Yeah, and the other thing that surprised me was when people wait to go to the subway, they go in a big line waiting to go in the subway. It's very clean and neat, everything, yeah. So I think that must be it for me. And for you?
I don't know if it's surprising, but people are so respectful and kind. Even if they don't speak English, they make an effort to communicate with you. In other countries, if you don't speak their language, they don't care, they don't speak to you. Here they do, and that's everyone doing their job. Doesn't matter which job it is, they do it with effort and in a good way. And that's something you don't see in other countries.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for your really interesting answers, and enjoy your last 3 days.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you too.